Today we're gonna be rocking out with the shock out. No. Hey everybody, Nick from 9Card TCG, and today we are playing a lightning deck that I am calling the Shocker. And please don't report me. It's really called the Shock Lock, and let's get right into it. It's a really simple deck. Some would say it's shocking how simple it is, and the main idea is to item lock our opponent with Vikavolt V's paralyzing bolt attack, which will prevent them from playing items the next turn. We're also going to be using things like Weepinbell from Battle Styles with its dangerous mucus ability to burn and poison our opponent's active Pokemon and prevent them from switching, because ideally we'll be attacking with that paralyzing bolt. We're also going to keep our opponent's active Pokemon in the active spot by using Galar Mine, increasing the retreat cost so they're kind of just stuck. Naturally, we have things like Yell Horn to confuse, and we can also eliminate some energy with Crushing Hammers. It is a very annoying deck to play against. If we get into a spot where we need a secondary attacker, we have Boltund. It can both serve as an attacker and also help to set up our Vikavolts with the Electrify. It lets us search our deck for 2 lightning energy and put them onto our bench Pokemon however we want. Pincurchin is kind of like a stall card, right? We're using it until we can either evolve our Bellsprouts, or until we can get some energies on our Vikavolt, then switch out. We just are keeping it in the active spot for the counterattack Crobat. Every time we get attacked and take damage, we flip 3 coins, and our opponent gets 3 damage counters for every heads we get. So you could potentially put 90 damage on an opponent's active Pokemon just for them hitting you. You'll probably get knocked out in the process, but you know what? That's kind of its purpose, is to take damage. So we are running 3 copies of Marnie, 4 copies of Professor's Research, and 3 copies of Bird Keeper, along with things like Switch. We are not running Escape Rope because we don't want our opponent to pull a Pokemon from the active spot and lose the status conditions. So, you know, we're trying to just run as much stuff as we can to switch. Normally, I would say let's run Mallow and Lana. However, we're not doing that because I want this deck to be like post-rotation. So this is only using cards from Sword and Shield or later. Let's go. And I've never really played this deck. I just kind of thought about it randomly. So I was making a different video and I said, ooh, this will be an interesting deck to try. And not a bad hand, right? We can throw down our Vikavolt. We'll have our Bellsprout. We don't really have any. I messed that up. We're going first, so we'll have the opportunity to draw a few cards. Man, those are some bad draws, and whew, that's not what you want to see. I think one of the things we might be running a little too much energy. This is probably an ADP deck. Yes, it is. So I don't think we're going to fare too well with ADP, though if we can start getting the item lock off, then not going to be able to play things like Energy Switch, Energy Spinner, so maybe it could work. Although I think I don't think we have a good enough starting hand to make that happen. But they're going to Intrepid Sword. They're not going to be able to switch. They're not going to be able to play Air Balloon to get this Zacian out of the active spot. And I definitely don't want to use Boss's Order to get that what's its face, the ADP into the active spot, because then he can just attach a water energy and all of a sudden he can use his AC, and I don't want that. So at the moment he's stuck with attaching 1 energy, no switch, no Crushing Hammers, no energy switch, no energy search. He can play supporters. They have Marnie and Professor's Research. I would actually not really mind a Marnie. So he's gonna have to spend 2 turns. Oh, okay. Well, Intrepid Sword definitely hurts. But that's why we run Crushing Hammers. That is why we run Crushing Hammers. I don't know if I want a Yell Horn just yet. I really want a Marnie, is what I kind of need. So let's see. You have a retreat cost of 1. So what I'll do is... that was stupid. I forgot it has to be to a lightning Pokemon. And we have a second Yell Horn, so we'll just do it. And now we'll just manually retreat out. I can't... oh, right. I have to... duh. Galar Mine. As you can tell, I have not really played this deck at all. But now if he manages to get some energies on, he will have to attack and flip a heads. So he can still Intrepid Sword, but he's going to need 4 of those energies attached to this Zacian to get it out of the active spot. So seems like he's just gonna load up energies on his ADP for when I knock this Zacian out. And we are going to capture energy. Let's start setting up another Vikavolt. And we're just gonna, again, Paralyzing Bolt. I really want my opponent to not be able to do anything. And I want to wait for that ADP to come into the active spot before I go and poison it. So we're gonna wait. Just because I don't have any other options. I don't have a Marnie. A Marnie top deck would be so choice. Ooh, that was unfortunate. Alright. So he stopped using Intrepid Sword on the Zacian in the active, and he could start doing it on the other one. We're gonna take a knockout this coming turn. We had a Professor's Research. I definitely don't want to do that because I don't want to lose my bosses, and I don't want to so what ideally will happen is we'll get a Switch card. We got a Marnie. That's good. Switch would be great. Crushing Hammers. We'll see what he puts into the active spot. He's going to put the ADP. He's going to alter Creation. He still can't play any items. And yeah, there's the AC. So with Crushing Hammer, it fails. He can retreat and knock us out with the... Do I want to Boss's Order? No, I do not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Paralyze Bolt. Yeah, I'm going to Paralyze Bolt. I'm going to wait for this Vikavolt to get knocked out. Because when he does... What could he have drawn? Maybe a Stadium, Boss's Order? Okay. Okay. That works. So he's going to load up his Pokemon with energy so that he can retreat. He's going to take 60 damage. And we'll put a Bellsprout up. Let's see, he did 180 with that, so it won't knock out our Vikavolts. But I definitely can't let this Zacian get into the active. So what I'm going to do... We'll evolve. We'll poison and burn. We will Yell Horn. And now we will switch. And now that we've switched, I think we can go ahead and Marnie. Because I don't want their hand to be crazy big. We got another switch, that's beautiful. We could throw an energy onto him. And now we can continue our paralyzing bolt so that they're kind of stuck. So even if they do manage to get our other Vikavolt into the active spot with something like Boss's Order, it's a 50-50 chance that they'll even be able to hit it. And if they do, it still won't be a knockout. So we're taking this very, very slow. There's his supporter for the turn. He's going to be digging for that Boss's Order. He only has one into the Scar pile, so he probably has at least one more. That may be an Eldegoss in there. Probably not. And just Intrepid Sword. That's all he can do. Try to dig for those Boss's Orders. So he's going to take 30 more damage. Curative Burn. I think I'm in trouble. Because I use Paralyzing Bolt. That puts him at 270. He takes poison, 280. He comes back and knocks out my Vikavolt. I think either way we lose. Let's switch. And we'll just do this. If I don't do something, I'm gonna lose, right? So I'll research. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck. We'll throw this down. We'll attach, I guess. We'll quick ball away this Vikavolt. We're not gonna grab anything, and we'll Crobat, get a few more cards. We can try to Crushing Hammer. We do manage to get one, and I think that's all we can do, and just kind of hope that he goes for an attack, and so he will. This will get knocked out this next turn if he doesn't, or yeah, he'll take 30 damage. That'll knock him out. Mental Sauce is unfortunate. I saved this last quick ball. Yeah, I think I'm kind of. I think no matter what, we lose. Because no matter what we have in the active, that Zacian can take it out. I mean, I could Boss's Order to try to bring up the Mawile. If he takes the knockout on the Weepinbell. That's not a terrible idea, but it'll do a decent amount of damage. We do get a Marnie, which is... Oh, we got... Ah, man, so this is... How many switches do we have? We only have one more switch. Alright. But 30 more damage for each lightning energy attached to all my Pokemon. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, we actually managed to pull it off that Bird Keeper. Oh, how did I not see that sooner? Oh, I feel so stupid. Oh man, that was beautiful, and that's why we have Boltund. Oh man, I'm so pumped with this deck. That'll never happen again. It's a slow control deck. You know our opponent hates us right now. Oh my god. Oh baby, I don't even want to play another deck. You see how you saw how it went. That's long enough for this deck. I don't even care if we lose this next one. Boy, that was fun. We'll throw our second Vikavolt just so we can Bird Keeper, try and draw a couple extra cards. Giant Hearth. Lightning deck box. Eldegoss inactive, which doesn't really tell me anything. Okay, so so they're trying to throw us off with that lightning deck box. Whatever. Victini Vmax is a really hard deck for us to play just because it sets up so quickly that we really kind of can't do a lot. We do have a Marnie. I think we Marnie try to get rid of that Giant Hearth. No, that doesn't work. This is gonna sound weird. I'm gonna get rid of the boss because I'm gonna use that Professor's Research next turn. We'll get a Bellsprout. We'll Crobat. Excellent, we can get rid of that. And I say that is it for now. Because if they can get the second energy and the Victini Vmax switch out, which is not that hard to do. I mean, it's 3 cards, they only have 5. But they could do it. This Vikavolt would get knocked out in one shot, and I don't want that. Like, I don't want to lose that energy attachment. The thing about Victini Vmax is it doesn't really need a lot of items. The reason why we were able to beat that ADP deck is because ADP needs things like Energy Switch and all these other cards to really kind of make the deck work a little easier. Obviously, our opponent did not use any of them, and they still came literally one turn away from winning. But, you know, we managed to... this one I think is going to be a little different. I think Victini V is too aggressive. It sets up too quick. Although we are kind of lucky at the moment. 2 Bird Keepers, man. I really do not want... I don't really want to... Are you kidding? 3 of my... 2... I have all my Bellsprouts, except for 1, are in the... Oh man, they're all prized. Or Marnie, just because I can't afford to lose all those switches, which of course we pull in more, but that's fine. And we'll go for the Paralyzing Bolt. Keep them from using their switch cards. They're not going to be able to get that Eldegoss out of the active spot. So even if they do set up Victini Vmax, they'll essentially have to wait until we can, until we take a knockout on it, on this Eldegoss, that is. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing I can do. They're gonna... We'll start setting up. We'll try to just Marnie again, just to reduce their hand size, and I can try to take off one of those Nah. Alright. Back to Paralyzing Bolt. So they essentially just have to wait until they take this knockout. But they'll be able to just pile energies on. And once they get that Victini Vmax... Interesting. So they're going to try to manually retreat next turn. Okay, so they're going to hit back. Interesting. Okay. That's a legitimate strategy. We'll keep that open. Yeah, that's... Nope. We'll get rid of those other Vikavolt. We are going to grab our second Crobat, because we need to try to get a switch card off. We do not find one, so we're kind of stuck here at the moment, but it's fine. They can burn their energies to retreats. Maybe they have 2 more and a welder, but, you know, that's their supporter for the turn. Oh, yeah, now they have Air Balloon. They will have to discard those 2 energies still because of Galar Mine. We weren't able to get off the item lock this turn. Very unfortunate. So, oh, and there they go. Yeah, so they'll... That's a problem with this deck, is because they're able to now Pokemon Communications, they're able to do all these things, Air Balloon. They can search for a card that they might not have, evolve, get rid of those status conditions. They evolve that one, which is interesting. Because evolving your Pokemon removes it of status conditions. I don't know if they know that. And we are going to take a knockout here. Well, we're going to get knocked out here. So not ideal. And because our other Bellsprouts are prized, we're kind of in a tough situation here. This is just a bad time for everybody. Yeah, you see what happens the second that we don't get that item lock off? Our opponent is playing all these cards, and now we're really screwed. We are in a lot of trouble. If we had a Boltund, I mean, against a Vmax, it still wouldn't even matter too much. We can do 3, 6, 9, 12, you know, like 170, 180 damage, something like that. But we'd have to hit it twice, and it'll take a knockout in one shot against us. So, because I think Boltund only has like 210 HP. So that 220 damage it does is like the perfect amount. We will try to attach an energy here. We'll Yell Horn. And we will Bird Keeper. And we'll dump this Evolution Incense. We don't really need it. We'll get our Boltund. And we could try to prize it. We'll just Paralyzing Bolt, keep them from going back to items, force them to try and, you know, take that chance with the confusion. This Victini Vmax in the active does not have the Air Balloon, which is why I thought they would have evolved the active, because if something like this happened again, then they could have used the Air Balloon to discard those 2 energies, and they had the other one ready, but now they're stuck. Now they have to discard those 2 energies and not attack this turn. So they take the chance. I mean, it's going to be a long time before we knock this thing out. What we really want to do is try to set up our Boltund in the process. But if this Vikavolt gets knocked out, our Boltund's going to do half as much damage as it normally would, so it probably won't even matter. If they're smart, they will go and take the retreat. Oh, okay, so they get it either way. I think it's time. I think we need a research. We just don't have anything decent. He's already confused. So we'll just keep up the item lock. If they switch and they take the knockout, I mean we're kind of done at that point. I think this game was lost in the beginning, mostly because we don't have our Bellsprouts and because we couldn't draw into a switch card when we really needed it the most. I mean, we are dangerously close to taking a knockout, like getting our being decked out, rather. We can take the knockout. No, we can't. That'll still only be 300. Unless this will do 3 times 5. That's 150. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. It's only going to do 160. We have the boss's order. I mean, if we had 5 prizes, this would be a little different. But I mean, they would still get the. Yeah, we would try to be able to boss up that DAA. So we can continue our item lock. Man, we lose next. I didn't even realize we had 0 cards left. I don't think it really matters. It's maybe we could have done something. Did we get rid of all our Marnies? Is that what happened? Yeah, we did. We got rid of all our Marnies. Maybe we could have done something. We could have. No, we don't even have any more Weepinbells. I think we were done no matter what. This one was just a lost match. You know, we got what we needed too little too late, unfortunately. You could really see the potential of this deck. I mean, if things had gone a little bit different, we probably would have been able to take that win. Victini Vmax, like I said, is a really hard matchup just because it sets up so quickly, but it is what it is. If you enjoyed this video or just like these kind of weird, crazy decks, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell notification button so you never miss another video. If you really want to help out the channel grow, let me know in the comments below what you think of these kind of cheesy item lock decks. Have you played them? Are they annoying to play against? I want to know from you. And if you really want to be like, I need more of this guy in my life, consider following me on Twitter and Instagram, links in the episode description. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.